HowExpert! Top 10 sleep tips and lessons. HowExpert publishes how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more. Moving on. Let's talk about the HowExpert Top 10 Sleep Tips and Lessons. Number 10. Get a full 7 to 9 hours of sleep. The foundation of feeling well rested, and the end goal of our list, is to consistently get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Sleep is the most important biological process your body performs, but over half of all people living in developed countries routinely get less than 6 hours. During sleep, your body performs general maintenance and upkeep, using NREM sleep to weed out unnecessary neural connections and REM sleep to strengthen those that remain. However, missing even 2 hours of sleep can mean missing 60 to 90% of your REM, thereby removing most of that strengthening process. Getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night allows you to obtain the full benefits sleep offers and improve your overall quality of life. Number 9. Create an environment conducive to sleeping. Optimizing your bedroom for sleep can give your body a nudge in the right direction before your head even hits the pillow. The advent of artificial light has wreaked havoc on the brain chemistry responsible for tracking day-night cycles and prevents the uptick in melatonin that signals bedtime's approach. You can prevent melatonin suppression and keep your brain on track to fall asleep by dimming lights in the evening and keeping your bedroom dark. Remove all night lights and perhaps install some blackout curtains. Another way of optimizing your bedroom is to lower the temperature at night to mimic the temperature outside. The core temperature of the human body naturally drops a few degrees during sleep. Helping to facilitate that drop aids in the onset of sleep. An ideal starting bedroom temperature is 65 degrees Fahrenheit, but you should experiment to find the setting that works best for you. Number 8. Set fixed times to go to bed and wake up. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day will help your body fall into a natural rhythm and make it easier to fall asleep and wake up. By sticking to a regular sleep schedule, you'll strengthen your circadian rhythm instead of throwing off its pattern by going to bed whenever you feel like it. Even if you feel like missing some sleep during the week, don't try to make up for it on the weekends. Sleeping in will only throw off your schedule and make it harder to wake up come Monday. Eventually, as your body adjusts to the setup time, you'll start waking up without any alarm. Number 7. Start your morning off right. You can start your day off right by simultaneously easing into the day using a gradual alarm clock and jump-starting your alertness by flooding your brain with daylight. Until your sleep schedule kicks in, use a gradual wake-up alarm. It will gently bring you up to wakefulness out of a deeper sleep, kind of like a diver slowly surfacing, instead of violently yanking you out of your slumber as many modern alarms do. After you wake up, you should try to expose yourself to as much daylight as possible to shut down melatonin production and clear out your brain. By increasing your exposure to sunlight, although in a pinch, bright artificial light will do, you can boost your energy during the day along with your sleep quality. Number 6. Set a consistent exercise routine. While most people know that exercise helps them sleep better, the lesser-known flip side is that sleep helps you exercise better. You can take full advantage of this powerful positive feedback loop by exercising consistently. Routine exercise often causes you to sleep longer, deeper, and experience more NREM sleep, as well as shortening the time it takes you to fall asleep. However, researchers have found that getting better sleep also allows you to take your exercise to the next level. Quality sleep the night before a workout improves performance, but poor sleep will reduce performance. By setting up a regular fitness regime, you can use the sleep-exercise relationship to exponentially improve the quality of both. Number 5. Avoid caffeine after lunch. Caffeine prevents you from feeling sleepy, and its half-life of 5 to 7 hours ensures that you'll still be affected by it long after having a midday cup of joe. Your brain measures sleepiness by the concentration of a chemical called adenosine. Caffeine works by binding to the adenosine receptors, thereby dampening the urge to sleep and increasing wakefulness. This effect is desirable in the morning. However, if you ingest caffeine later in the afternoon, you'll still have a majority blocking your adenosine receptors by the time evening rolls around. Sleep will not come easy, as caffeine and adenosine both vie for control of the receptors. To give caffeine enough time to break down in your system, it would be best to restrict consumption to the morning hours. Number 4, avoid alcohol at night. Alcohol's powerful sedative properties make it seem like it's a natural sleep aid, but the sleep it brings is fractured and unbalanced. Classifying alcohol as a sedative may seem counterintuitive, as it makes people more extroverted. What actually happens is alcohol sedates the part of the brain that regulates inhibitions. Eventually, with a high enough concentration, that sedation will spread out and affect the entire brain, resulting in a loss of consciousness. Alcohol does not induce sleep. Instead, it puts you in a state much like light anesthesia. Alcohol fragments your night's rest with mostly unnoticed short awakenings, leading to poor quality and restless sleep. It's also the most potent REM suppressor known to man, which can hurt memorization and learning ability. To avoid these unfortunate outcomes, drink in moderation and not at night. Number 3, avoid blue light in the evening. The same properties that make blue light desirable in the morning should prompt you to actively avoid it in the evening hours. The receptors that detect daylight are most sensitive to blue light. Unfortunately, LEDs produce more light in that part of the spectrum, which causes them to have twice the melatonin-suppressing power as regular incandescent lights. LEDs light our device screens, and many people use these devices right up until they go to bed. This practice harms our sleep in 2 ways. Less melatonin makes it harder to fall asleep initially, and even once we do, our sleep quality is not as good as it would be without the blue light's influence. Once evening falls, it would be wise to avoid electronics or turn on night mode to desaturate the blue light and render the LEDs less harmful. Number 2, create a bedtime wind-down routine. Instead of using devices and inundating your brain with blue light, create a bedtime routine designed to help you fall asleep quickly and easily. By scheduling the very end of your day for relaxing activities such as reading, preferably a physical book, or listening to music, you can start to wind down your brain and get ready for bed. Adding a hot bath to the mix can also help you fall asleep faster. Number 1, if you can't sleep, don't continue to lie awake in bed. Lastly, if you can't fall asleep within 20 minutes of laying down, get back up, stay awake for 15 minutes before trying again. The longer you stay in bed, watching the clock and growing more and more frustrated and anxious about your inability to sleep, the harder it will be to fall asleep. Paradoxically, the more we search for sleep, the more elusive it can become. So, if you lay awake for more than 20 minutes, get out of bed, do something relaxing for 15 minutes like reading a book. If you liked our video, be sure to click like and subscribe for more HowExpert Top 10 videos for all topics from A to Z in the future. Also, let us know what other topics you want us to do HowExpert Top 10 videos in the future in the comments below. Thank you, have an amazing day, and take care. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more.